I warned you this was going to happen. This is the I told you so show. As Joe said, told me so before the show. Ironic, isn't it? But something happened yesterday in the New York Times that I'm pretty sure is correlated to what happened yesterday with Bill Barr. But of course, leftists are too smart, too stupid to pick it up. Most conservatives will pick up exactly what happened. Let's go to the New York Times piece. They are panicking, freaking out. Adam Goldman, Julian Barnes, Charlie Savage, alleged journalist for the New York Times. Goldman, who has been, a recipient of many leaks from the intel community. Goldman's on a byline of this story at the New York Times yesterday. It came out conveniently the same day Barr gives his press interview with the ABC News. And the headline is the Justice Department, John Durham from the Justice Department, is investigating CIA resistance to sharing Russia's secrets. Oh, if you've been listening to this show for 2 years, you know exactly what's about to happen.
Yep.
So now we find out, let's go to the opening line of the New York Times piece. We find out that Trump administration officials are investigating the government's response to Russia's election interference in 2016 and appear to be hunting for a basis to accuse, notice how they frame this. They appear to be hunting for a basis to accuse Obama-era intelligence officials, i.e. John Brennan, of hiding evidence or manipulating analysis about Moscow's covert operation, according to people familiar with aspects of the inquiry. Keep this up a minute, please. What have I been telling you for 2 years, folks? Let's just get the headline out of the way and cut to the chase. John Brennan. I guess keep that up, didn't work, but that's okay. I'll go back to it. Can we go back to that in a second? All right. Keep it handy. Keep the trigger finger handy. What have I been telling you for 2 years? John Brennan, lied to the FBI to get them to start a criminal case at the spy on Donald Trump officially. Do you understand that? Please tell me you got that right away. If you're a regular listener to the show, you already know this. John Brennan, I am sure of it, lied to the FBI, or someone at that management level working for Brennan lied to the FBI and pushed them to open a criminal inquiry using the FISA courts to spy on Donald Trump. I'm not giving the FBI a pass. I'll get to that too. Don't go anywhere. That I've been telling you for 2 years. The evidence is right in front of us. The CIA was gathering political information from overseas foreign sources using John Brennan. They were not vetting it properly, and they were using it to prod and push politicians in Washington, D.C., to push the FBI to open a formal spying case into Donald Trump. I've been telling you that forever. Now we see from the headline of the New York Times piece that John Durham, the investigator looking into this, seems to understand that may have happened. It doesn't appear Johnny Brennan was telling the FBI the truth, is now looking into it, and all of a sudden, Joe, leakers to Adam Goldman of the New York Times, who's leaked too often when they want to get a narrative out there, are trying to reframe the debate. Please put that back up, number one. Listen to how they're trying to reframe this. Reframe what? Reframe Brennan lied to try to get this a formal investigation. He pushed, because Brennan can't open a criminal investigation. He's an intelligence official, not law enforcement. Listen to how they frame it. That Trump officials appear to be hunting for a basis to accuse Obama intelligence officials of hiding evidence or manipulating analysis about Moscow's covert operation. No, ladies and gentlemen, they're not hunting for anything. Brennan was hunting for Trump, and he got busted. And the New York Times is now desperate to reframe this as a Bill Barr, Attorney General, witch hunt against Obama-era intelligence officials. Notice how they frame that. Make it sound, not Brennan, who they know is a political hack. Oh, this gets better. I warned you this was going to happen. This is the I told you so show. As Joe said, told me so before the show. Ironic, isn't it? Let's go to screenshot number 2 from the New York Times piece. Mr. Durham, who of course is Bill Barr's assigned investigator from the Department of Justice looking at the Spygate spying scandal, appears to be pursuing a theory that the CIA, under its former director Brennan, had a preconceived notion about Russia, was trying to get to a particular result, and was nefariously trying to keep other agencies from seeing the full picture lest they interfere with that goal, their sources said. Okay, let's get the 2 quotes here, and let me translate for you what that really means. So, of course, the New York Times is trying to massage this to make it look like a Bill Barr, Donald Trump-motivated political attack on Brennan, who I'm telling you, his CIA lied to the FBI to get them to formally spy. So how do they frame this? You got to parse through New York Times journalistic ease where they're trying to make this sound like a political attack. First, they call Brennan's hoax. Here's my notes. Notes. I even have it written down. They call this Brennan's preconceived notion. Here's what it really is. It's Brennan's hoax that Trump colluded with Russia. You all understand that? Bro, they appear to be pushing a theory, Joe, that Brennan was pushing a preconceived notion. No. Let me translate that for you. Brennan was pushing a hoax that Trump colluded with Russia. Brennan advanced a hoax. It's not a preconceived notion. Stop with the nonsense pseudo-journalistic garbage. Just say what you're about to say. Notice how they massage that Brennan pushed a hoax to the FBI to weaponize the law enforcement community to spy on Brennan's political opponent. Because Brennan was the CIA director in name only. He was really a political operative, which Mike Flynn knew, by the way. Wonder why Mike Flynn became a target, too? Second part of that, they talk about Brennan hiding Joe from the FBI, possibly the full picture of how they got their information about the hoax.
All right.
This all makes, I know this can't get any. Brennan advanced a hoax. Trump colluded with Russia to impact the election. That is exactly what they're saying there in massage language, because they're going to get to their coup de grace at the end, where they mention that this is all a political attack by Barr, because that's what the New York Times is here to do. They're not here to do journalism. Either is Adam Goldman. They are here to get ahead. They're panicking. Remember how I opened the show, the New York Times? They're here to get ahead of what's about to come out by Durham, which is what I've told you forever. Brennan started the hoax and did a head fake on the FBI.
You just heard The Dan Bongino Show. You can also get Dan's podcasts on iTunes or SoundCloud. And follow Dan on Twitter 24/7 @DBongino.